Oh, did your meeting let out early? Nice. Always good when Greg manages to wrap up in less than 5 hours, am I right? That gives you a nice little window before we call it a day. So let's get through the budget line items. Debbie said you need to sign them this year, not just initial. What's that look for? Is something wrong? Sure, ask away. Oh, let's see. I've been working here 2 years, come next month. I was at the main office in DC since I graduated, so that would be 5 years total. Are you sure you don't remember me? I've been your personal assistant for months. You watered my plants while I was on vacation. You remember that, right? Oh, I know what it is. You used to have a temp service fill my job. So many people coming and going. Forgetting one face in that crowd is only human. Nothing to worry about. Now, why don't you sit down and I get you something to drink? I'll get you your favorite. Coke Zero, right? Ah, nothing like artificial sweetener. Fizzy, delightful. Have a sip. Now, let's get back to work. You're looking at me like I've grown another head. What's the matter with you? My eyes? Yes, of course. There's a perfectly reasonable explanation. I've been trying out colored contacts lately. Well, maybe purple is a bit unprofessional, but I thought it would be fun for Casual Friday. Oh, are they mismatched? Silly me. I must have put in one red and one purple. It's amazing what people won't notice. I suppose I should take them out if they really are disturbing you so. Of course my eyes are brown. Why does that surprise you so much? Green, I mean. You're trying to trick me. Of course I know what color my eyes are. Blue since the day I was born. I think we've been goofing off long enough for now. Why don't we have a sip of Coke and start on that budget?
No. Put down your phone. Sit.
I'm sorry. I wish I didn't have to do this. It listens in the wires, and I can't have it find me again. If you start freaking out and asking people about me, well, that will attract a lot of attention. No, sweetie, I didn't lie to you. Not really. I am your personal assistant. I'm just a little more than I appear to be. A super probability. Or an angel, to put it in less mathematical terms. A former angel, really. I've been working here as a cover. Everything around here is just so normal, I figured I'd dig in here, and I'd be practically unnoticeable. Until you looked at me. Like, really, really looked at me. Why'd you have to go and do a thing like that? Of all the eyeballs you could have fixated on, they happened to be mine. Never could get their color stabilized. This is its doing. It likes this sort of thing. If I kill you, well, it won't be surprised by that. Might be waiting for it. I'll blow my cover for sure, and it will trace me. Not that I would hurt you, Cookie. I can't even explain how badly I don't want to hurt anyone, especially not you. But then again, if I left my cover, I'd be naked. It could take days to make a new identity. I had to stitch together details from every assistant you've had for the last 3 years to slip in, and that's not exactly easy. I guess it's either that or stay, like nothing happened. Maybe it's toying with me. Okay. Let me start from the top. Do you remember when you were a kid, You thought there was a monster under your bed and it was going to grab you by the ankles if you got up in the middle of the night? Well, there really are monsters under beds. And some nights, kids do get dragged away to fairyland like that. You've walked past vampires on the street and not even known. No, there's none in the office, but Brett is a werewolf. You can tell by the way he sneezes. Dead serious. Werewolf. But don't tell HR, he's a teddy bear. Anyway, I tried to pick a normal office, and a werewolf or two is normal. More normal than you would think. Every closet has its skeletons, and ghosts in every corner. Brett? He's hiding from you, actually. More scared of humans than you should be of him. Civilians. That's as deep as it goes for him, I think. Just wanting to avoid an incident. For me, hiding from people like you is just part of hiding from something else. It's not exactly safe to talk about. If the world is hardware, then it is the software. And it is very, very smart. And more than a little bit cruel. And I worked for the God Machine. I did, disasters, mostly. Mudslides, forest fires. Climate change had the department pulling double shifts for the last 100 years. I was doing a tsunami one day and I just sort of snapped out of it. Like, why am I doing this? What for? I just suddenly couldn't comprehend the plan. I don't want to just break things for a living. It defined my existence, and when I looked in the mirror, I didn't like me. I wanted something else. Anything else. Now, I feel like I want everything else. I want to get caught in traffic or in the rain. I want to eat Chinese food in my pajamas. I want to look up at the clock and see it's still not lunchtime. I want to buy socks. I want to go work every day and have nothing change. I want a cat. I want to watch the same movies over and over again and have everything that happens make sense. And you were such a good cover, Pumpkin. Steady, unassuming, shy even. When I hide in your shadow, I feel unthreatened. I mean it as a compliment. I love working with you. For you. Even more than my cover. You've been my security blanket. I'd do anything to just hold this life together a little longer. That's why I, made you put down the phone. I, hacked you, kind of. I used a tone of voice to bypass your thinking self. A vocal skeleton key, if you will. I promise, I don't make a habit of trying to trick you or control you, and if I scared you, I didn't mean to. Are you going to fire me? Oh my goodness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, the first thing to do is pretend this conversation never happened. You would have gone about 5 pages into your line item, so... There. Easy. You didn't approve the fire extinguisher, see? That's a duplicate from last year. But you did sign off on the printer ink because you would have forgotten that's Karen's department. No, I said you were reliable. I didn't say you were perfect. What do you think? Italian for dinner? Carbs sound delicious, and we can walk from there to the theater. We'll get to the theater 15 minutes late, but that's just the previews. It's our first date. I'm just monitoring you for a few days just to see what it does. Now that you've really seen me, your defense mechanisms get all out of whack. It starts getting hard to not see things. I'll watch you and make sure nothing bad happens. It's the least I can do. And, according to my cover, I've been your assistant for 2 years. It might be scandalous, but very normal for us to at least try going out. Unless you can think of a better reason why we'd start spending more time together. Oh, come on. You wouldn't blow my cover, would you? Why don't you play it very, very safe and hand me my coat? I can't stop smiling. Maybe this is all going to work out.